Hello everyone, and welcome to another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. We are with the character Damiel over at the Scorched Obelisk. This is Scenario B4, or the fourth adventure in the first level of the entire campaign. So at the Scorched Obelisk, at this location, when you succeed at a check to defeat the Bane by 4 or more, you are dealt 1d4 electricity damage. Okay, not fun. We'll see what happens. Advancing the Blessings deck straight off the bat, we get a Curse of Poisoning. Boom. That's Damiel. Now we are going to explore. We get a Bone Crusher Hyena Master. Well, fortunately, we did not examine this card. It's going to be straight up 2 Combat 9 checks. Damiel does have his trusty blowgun. So we're going to reveal this to roll Dick's ranged plus 1d4. So ranged is d10 plus 2 and a d4. That's still going to be kind of iffy. For this first check, we'll recharge a Dava. We're going to add a d4 to our roll here. So this is for the first roll. We get to add 2 to this roll. So roll a 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, we were successful with that one. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do the blowgun again. D10 plus 4, and don't really want to do it, but we are going to use a Blessing of the Elements. We're going to discard that, roll another D10. We don't want to take any chances here. Shucks, I forgot whether that was higher than 9. Did we succeed at that last check by higher than 4? We rolled the blowgun, rolled a 4. We rolled a 10, 9, 10. Yeah, I think we did. So we actually have to, before we do the next check, we have to take 1d4 electricity damage. Ouch. So we have to take 1 point of electricity damage for that first check. We'll lose the acid flask and damage. Wow, deadly. And now we're going all out. We are using the Blessed of the Elements. So we're going to take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, well that second check worked out. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that means we did not defeat it by 4. We only defeated it by 3. Okay, wow. Really challenging. Pretty cool. So the Bane is banished. We did take damage due to the Scorched Obelisk. And now we are resetting Damiel's hand. And we are going to roll for the Curse of Poisoning. Alright, we get a 1. We have to recharge our Feather of Matt card. And now we will advance the Blessings deck and explore. Alright, we get a Desert Trapper. The difficulty to defeat is increased by the Scenario's Adventure deck number, so that will be 0. Each character may play no more than 1 card on the check to defeat. Alright, let's see what we need. We only need a 7, so maybe I should go ahead and use this Torch. Reveal this card, use a Strength and Melee plus 1. We could roll 3d4. We could roll a 3d4 plus 1. And I think if we roll 3d4 plus 1, that's what we're going to do. We're actually going to discard it. We're going to roll 3d4 plus 1. We'll see what happens. 3d4. Adding 1 to the roll. Alright, so we rolled a 3, 6, 9, 10. Okay, so 3, 6, 9, 10. That's pretty sweet. Defeated it by 3. We don't trigger the Scorched Obelisk. Success. Alright, nice. Very cool. Okay, so we're going to reset Damiel's hand. We're going to roll for the Curse of the Poisoning. We have to recharge our Noxious Bomb, unfortunately. And now we will advance the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of the Ancients. And we will explore. Alright, we get the Evil Eye. Well, fortunately we did not examine, so we didn't trigger this card. The difficulty to defeat is increased by twice the Scenario's Adventure deck number. Okay, so that'll be a 0. So we have Stealth, Knowledge, Arcane, Divine Diplomacy. Wow. That really sucks. So stealth, Damiel is D4. Knowledge, D4. Arcane, D4. Divine, D4. Diplomacy, D4. Are you kidding me? Alright, so it says, if undefeated, suffer a scourge, then banish this card. Well, unfortunately, it's an auto fail. So what we're going to do is we will get that scourge, but right away we have in our hand the Game of the Afterlife. So we're going to bury this card to banish a displayed card that has a curse trait. So we're going to use the Game of the Afterlife to automatically defeat that curse, but we're still dealing with the curse of poisoning. I think that's bad enough. So advancing or resetting Damiel's hand, rolling for curse of poisoning. We have to recharge our Blessing of the Elements. That really sucks. Advancing the Blessings deck, Blessing of Ra, and exploring, we get Crocodile Skin Lamellar. Okay, so Damiel does have Intelligence Craft 7, and he has an Intelligence buff of +1, so we'll go ahead and roll D10. Alright, so we rolled a 9, that was a 9, +1. We get the Crocodile Skin Lamellar. Pretty nifty. Now what we're going to do is roll for a Curse of Poisoning. So 5, we have to recharge another Blessing of the Elements. That really sucks. Then what we're going to do is we will advance the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of Bastet, and we will explore. So we get a Druid of the Hive. So it's a Charisma Diplomacy 7. Well, unfortunately, Damiel just has a Charisma of D4. But you know what? He really wants this ally because we can ignore a Bane's immunity to the acid and poison traits, which would be so beneficial for his entire character. So what we're going to do is use Damiel's power. You may recharge a card to add 1d6 to your check that invokes the acid or poison trait. Does have the poison trait. If the card has the alchemical trait, you may add another 1d6. So fortunately, I have this Scarab Buckler. Who would have thought that a Scarab Buckler would help out in this situation? So it has the alchemical trait. So what we're going to do is we're going to recharge the alchemist, the Scarab Buckler, and we're going to be adding 2d6 to this check. So it's 2d6 and a 4. We're trying to get a 7. Alright, I think feeling pretty good about it. Come on, 7. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweet. We acquire the Druid of the Hive. Wow, really excited about that card. Really cool. Really, really happy there. Resetting the hand. Rolling for Curse of Poisoning. Rolled a 4. So we have to recharge the Crocodile Skin Lamellar. Now we are going to advance the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of Kepri. We're going to explore. We get the Camouflaged Pit Trap. Wisdom Perception or Dexterity Acrobatics. Okay. Let's see, it's a trap, it's basic. Nothing really here is going to help us out. So what we're going to do is just roll that straight up dexterity check. So Damiel has a dexterity of D10. We rolled a 2. So it says, if undefeated, each character at your location is dealt 1d4 combat damage, then end your turn. Wow. So we're dealt 1d4 combat damage? Wow, that really sucks. And we take 4 combat damage. Wow, are you kidding me? Well, this card gets shuffled back into the location deck, and we have to discard our entire hand, because that was 4 points. Wow. Well, resetting our hand, slowly losing all of our cards, rolling for Curse of Poisoning. We have to recharge our Feather of Mat. We have to recharge or reshuffle the location deck. So there's 5 cards in the location deck. Rolling a d6. The second card will be on top. Alright. Advancing the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of the Ancients. Okay, and exploring, we get the Sand Scorpion. Sand Scorpion has really weakened us. So half elf alchemist. Well, Damiel is an elf. It'd be cool if there was like more flavor text, like if you are an elf, the difficulty to defeat this check is increased by +4 or something like that. Well, it's a straight up combat 12 check. Before you act, each character at this location is dealt 1 poison damage. Well, fortunately, we have a Tusk of Silk Cloak in our hand. Recharge this card to reduce poison damage by 2. That's what we'll do. And that's about it. So what we're going to do here, we have a Noxious Bomb in our hand. We can use our Dexterity or Range. So Range skill plus 2d6. You may additionally discard another card to add your Craft skill. You may succeed at it. Well, yeah, we'll definitely do that. So we're going to discard. First, we're going to go ahead and do the. We're going to try and make a Craft 9 check here. So we rolled a 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do have to discard a card. So we're going to discard a card for the Noxious. So we just discard a card for the Noxious Bomb effect. So it says any other card. So assembling our dice for the Noxious Bomb, it's going to be ranged. It's going to be 2d6. We discarded a card, so we can add our Craft skill, which is another d10. And we're also, well, we're not going to use the Blessed Elements. That'd be kind of overkill. And we're at the Scorched Obelisk. So we're rolling this. We get plus our Craft skill and our Range skill. So we're adding +4 to this roll. So we rolled a 1, 2, a 3, and a 5. And we get to add +4. So 4, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, check that out. Our modifier was +4. So we held it 9, 10, 11, 12. We actually defeated the Sand Scorpion on the dot. So we don't even trigger the Scorched Obelisk. So she was the villain of this scenario. That means the Scorched Obelisk location is closed. Man, that was a real exciting scenario. Loved it. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a deck check for Damiel. Let's see what he's got here. So, dealt with that Curse of Poisoning all scenario long. Game of the Afterlife helped him out. So he's got the Game of the Afterlife here. Blessing there. There's his item. Maybe I'll do it this way. I'll start doing Damiel's deck checks. Like, wow, look at that glare. Ouch. Wonder if I can do something about that glare here. See, does that help out? Yes, it does. Okay. So, looking at Damiel's deck, he still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he still had all these cards left in his hand. So he did not perish that scenario. Alright. Let's look what we got here. Dabba dabba dabba. Dabba doo. Alright. Alright. Really, really glad to have gotten that card. So let's go ahead and see what we want to do. So the reward for that scenario was we have unlocked the trader, the Smiths of Wati. So we have the Smiths of Wati as an option we can go to. And I think we will go ahead and go to the Smiths of Wati because we're pretty happy with our items. We can't go get spells. So we're going to go to Smiths of Wati and let's see what the Smiths of Wati has to offer us. Okay. Roll on the D10 here. So, okay. So just starting from the top, he's offering a Copus and the Fire Lance. Man, that is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Check that out. This is probably like one of the best cards in the whole campaign. The Fire Lance. Firearm, ranged, piercing, two-handed, alchemical. Well, this is obviously exactly what Damiel wants. He wants the Fire Lance because he's an alchemist. So, man, that is amazing. So we're going to trade him the Crocodile Skin Lamellar, since we just got that. And we'll go ahead and give him we'll give him the torch. So we're trading these two basic items for the Fire Lance. That is, boy, I tell you, this Pathfinder Adventure card game is awesome. This is the best part where you level up your character, go to traders, get cool stuff, and Damiel is looking amazing. He got the Druid of the Hive and the Fire Lances scenario. He's got the Scarab Buckler. He's shrugging off all those curses and everything. The adventures so far really challenging. So yeah, really enjoying this campaign so far. Hope you are. And I will have another adventure up shortly. Alright, thank you.